Innovation, it's what it's all about, and this coming session is exactly what you're going to see. 10 companies, 10 products. The first 5 companies are more established companies launching their product exclusively on the stage in the Forex Magnates London Summit 2014. And then we move to 5 startup companies which will tell you and show you their innovative product. This product will be judged by a very distinguished panel of judges, which I will quickly introduce. We have CEOs from the most prominent companies in the industry. We have Tim Hawkins with IG Group, Yannick Malling of Tradable, Drew Neve of FXCM, James Piron of ILQ, Andrew Ralic of 10, Harpal Sandhu of Integral, and Lars Lyer Christensen from Saxo Bank. So we are going to start with the first established companies. Each company gets 6 minutes sharp to present its product, and then I hit the gong, and that's it. Then we move to the startup companies, 4 minutes per presentation. I hit the gong, the judges get 2 minutes to ask a question. I hit the gong, and we're going to wrap it up. I hope you have an enjoyable event. Enjoy, and good luck to all the companies. Please turn off your cell phones, and one last thing, we have boxes over there with information about the companies that you can both take, and there is a special slot where you can put your business cards if you're interested in networking and communicating with these companies for the purpose of your business. Enjoy.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mushak Tovmasyan. I'm the founder and CEO of Divisa Capital. Before starting, I want to thank Michael and the whole Forex Magnet team for putting together such a great event. And I guess I'll give a bit of a background about the company and our products before launching our new innovative service. Over the past 6 years, Divisa has grown organically to become what it is today. We started at a time where the only way to get top-tier liquidity was either by one of the big banks or one of the large retail brokers. Our mission was to make liquidity more accessible without creating conflicts of interest with our target client base, which were small to mid-size retail brokers. Let me see. Okay. So for clients looking to deposit margin with a regulated partner, we provide basically a bespoke service. We provide liquidity via Fix API, MetaTrader GUI, the PrimeXM Xcore, and the native bridge developed by MetaQuotes. Our technology is also already integrated with a number of the popular platforms and technologies available to the providers. And what we try to do, what our mission is, we've kind of chosen to exclude ourselves from the retail market so we can focus exclusively on the B2B space, so we can kind of custom tailor what our clients need, almost like a consulting service too with it. So for larger institutions with top-tier PB relationships, we've created this new innovative product too. It's a unique trading venue which would be launching in the upcoming weeks before end of the year. But I'm here to present to you a different product. I would love to talk more about this, but I guess that would have to be in one of the next events. Okay, so the nature of our MT4-driven global FX industry today is that majority of the business is transacted in US dollars. Although it's a very global industry with providers based everywhere, the majority of the business is still transacted in US dollar being the base currency. This means that the revenue for all these brokers, it's in US dollars. Think about it. There are over 150 brokers in Cyprus alone, a few hundred in the UK, many in South Pacific, and an unknown number of brokers from all the offshore jurisdictions. I can tell you firsthand how hard it is to satisfy their growing pursuit for kind of saving that extra tenth of a pip or the extra dollar in commission and so on, because that's kind of our main business. But when it comes to paying their bills and handling their everyday kind of operational costs, it came as a shock to us to see how careless they were. After squeezing the last tenth of a pip from their liquidity providers, brokers go on and pay astronomical fees to the bank next door. This is, to convert their US dollar income to, pay rent, pay salaries, pay marketing costs and whatnot. High street banks charge somewhere between 1% to 3% on kind of normal transactions and go as low as half or maybe 0.4% markup for larger transactions. I know that most of you overlook this fact because it's minuscule compared to the P&L swings that happen, every minute, every day, every month. But, when you look at it after every month, every year, it adds up to many tens of thousands of dollars, many hundred thousands in the case of few brokers. So I guess, without wasting more time, I present to you Divisa Money. It's one of our new innovative services. It's a complementary service product to our client base and, for brokers out there that, can depend on it. Take a look for yourself. So basically, it's a simple-to-use online platform. Once approved, it's like online banking. It comes approved with over a dozen currencies ready to be used. The quality is a bit off because the video is better resolution than the screen, but I guess, I don't know what happened here. Okay, here we go. So it basically shows how you can log in and do a transaction. Clients don't need to have any deposit to use the platform and to actually go and get a quote for the exact transaction they want to do. It's as easy as punching in the numbers, whether they're selling or buying. The platform's able to do a daily rate or forwards for corporates looking to kind of hedge their future expenditure. For AML reasons, there needs to be a reason for the trade, and here we go. Basically, you can configure the beneficiaries. It acts as a payment solution, just like PayPal or many of them out there. After the conversion, you can allocate all or part of the amount into various beneficiaries. This can be to vendors, salaries, employees, or just like our example. The platform initially quotes an indicative rate because it does not know how long the client is going to take to actually make the transaction. But after confirming everything, it gives 25 seconds to lock in the rate. At this point, the client can choose whether to, I guess I'll go back. Well, that's it. So, thank you.
Well, hello. Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah. Hello, everybody. It's Tom Higgins here from Goldeye, and we're launching a new product today, which is called Goldeye Visual Edge. And this is a brand new product, which is not like anything else you would have seen here. It's quite different, and it's a visualization tool to make you make more money, which is what you all want. So, in the past, I think this was a true statement, that all retail FX traders are dumb, and they will lose all their money eventually. And 100% B-Book brokers of the past made all their money from this. But I don't think this is true anymore. And from all the research that we've done, from all of the brokers that we work for, we've seen that there is, in fact, lots more money you can make if you know who to A-Book and who to B-Book. But the difficulty is how. So we've looked and done detailed analysis of the market, and there are 20% professionals and 80% numpties, which is a technical term. And numpties don't really know what they're doing. Some of them cheat, though, and they use expert advisors, and they actually ask people, and they use signals to follow. But never mind, we can put those aside. We can class those with the professionals. But the difficulty is, how do you know who are the numpties and who are the professionals? So we have developed this tool, the Visual Edge tool, that does it for you. And this is what it looks like. It's a very simple stage process you go through. So the first stage, you run up a heat map, and you can choose how you see the map. So we've chosen this by groups of clients. And we've anonymized this. Not that you can, I don't know if you can see the names, but we've anonymized it so that we've got groups of clients. And red means that you are losing money to them. And that red box, top left, says that you have lost over this 5-month period $5 million to these clients that you needn't have lost. You needn't have lost. You could have done it another way. So we've now identified the red groups that we want to look at. So we're going to home in now on the first one, and we're going to break that down by individual traders. So this is drilled down. So we can drill down and drill down. We can cut, slice, and dice in different ways. We've just drilled down here, and the numbers, I'll show you on there that currently that group is losing us $5 million. If we took that group and we took every month individually and we A-booked or B-booked each month perfectly, we would have made $5 million. So the difference is nearly $10 million difference over that 5-month period. But you're not going to be able to do it perfectly. So we have a what-if analysis tool in there. You can say, what if this group of clients I B-booked, this group I A-booked, and you can put them in the tool, and then you can see your what-if P&L. So in this case, if you could read this, it would say the what-if was 3 million. So there's still an 8 million difference. Then you can see the effect of your what-if, and you can see on this chart that the green and the reds are what you actually did over a 5-month period, and the wiggly line is showing you your what-if. And then the little white dots, which you may be able to see here, are the maximum that you could have done if you got it absolutely right. And at the bottom, you can see your market volatility. So, summing up, a tool like this allows you to see through the data that you've already got. So, you've got the information, but you haven't got the knowledge from it. And knowledge is your key to profit. So you've got to decide, are you going to take the red pill or the blue pill? Are you going to use the information you've got, or are you just going to ignore it and carry on as you are? So I think you should look at this tool because it's going to make you more money. Now, Visual Edge does a lot more than this, and we've got some examples here of what it can do. So, but I'm not going to go into it now because I don't have time. I suggest you come and talk to us at our stand. We're on booth 1, just outside the door, or look at our website. Email us, call us, come and say hello. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming. My name is James McGeehan, the CEO and co-founder of FX Transparency. We are the world's leading provider of FX transaction cost analysis for institutional investors globally. We are here and thrilled to be presenting our new product that was created over the last 12 months in conjunction with 10 Financial. It's specifically designed to help the explosive revenue growth that we've seen in the margin foreign exchange trading environment. So RTCA, what is it? It's an execution quality standard. That standard was developed in conjunction with looking at our enormous database of institutional high-quality foreign exchange trading results in collaboration with 10 Financial, a randomized anonymous database of information. And in juxtaposition of these two data and the research we have done, we were able to come up with extraordinarily high-quality research and level of execution quality that is very correlated between the two sets of data. And this set of data, in many cases, the STP margin trading businesses actually had better execution on a round-trip basis than some of the institutions. So what it is here, it's a transparent execution standard by currency listed on our website. Also, the brokers that do make the benchmark standard will be listed. In addition, once you make the quality of execution standard, you're allowed to use that in your marketing any way you choose. So very simply, you can have, this is 10's mock-up website here. You can put the execution standard of quality on the homepage. You can put it on your execution platform. You can put it in any email or marketing that you choose to do to your clients. So what does this mean for your clients? And I'm going to ask a quick rhetorical question or two, but how many in the room of your firms have maybe potentially lost a potential or an existing client to a firm you believed had lower quality of execution? Based upon some unverified claims of zero or low-cost trading. Now, again, to take a quick step back and put yourself in your client's shoes and say, how can they differentiate the quality of execution that your firm provides and the high standards you hold yourself to versus the unverified claims of maybe the next Stratton Oakmont? Now, again, a very silly sort of exercise here, but really, how can your client understand the difference for what you're providing versus someone else's unverified claims? The market today is in a race to zero, both in the institutional as well as the margin foreign exchange trading environment. Everyone wants more for less. These claims of tight spreads, and even before coming here this past weekend, before I boarded the flight, I did a Google search for zero-cost FX trading. I came up with over 300,000 results. So again, putting yourself in your client's shoes, how can you verify these claims? As it stands today, you cannot. We believe also, beyond these unverified claims, there's a serious case of distrust that exists in the foreign exchange market, both in the institutional and the margin trading space. The data listed here has been come up from a PR firm with over 300,000 individual research surveys conducted on over 25 different countries. Obviously, the quality of consumer trust, the highest are on top, technology, all the way down to the two bottom, banks and financial services. The very two major industries that the margin foreign exchange trading environment exists in. So how do you combat these unverified claims and the distrust that exists in the market? Because again, every day we have a new record settlement in the banking industry about front-running collusion, all those negativity that's surrounding the marketplace. How do you combat that? We believe the solution is our TCA. So how does it work? It works quite simply. Every 6 months, you take a download of your client's trading information from MT4, Tradable, CTrader, VTrader, 10's Bridge, any SQL database that you may have, and you send that information to FX Transparency, an independent, unbiased source to verify the execution quality. We essentially take a midpoint of interbank market trading from a proprietary source, and we come up with, by currency, a round-trip trading cost. Based upon the round-trip trading cost, and again, the transparent standard we list on our website, you receive an execution quality standard that you can brand and put into your marketing. The branding is done again off of our proprietary mid-rate with all the measurement and the benchmarking down to the nearest microsecond. So again, a very high quality of standard. So again, I've spent a lot of time talking about the market, some of the issues that exist in it. Why is FX Transparency uniquely positioned to offer this kind of service? We're the largest institutional provider of FX TCA on the globe. We have more than 100 clients on 4 different continents, North America, Europe, Asia, and Australia as it stands today. We are dealing with more than 20 of the world's largest asset managers, names like Morgan Stanley Investment Management, amongst others. These are just some of the names we can reference. Why do these clients trust us to combat these unverified claims and the distrust that exists in the foreign exchange marketplace? In the institutional marketplace, they trust us because we are exclusively focused on foreign exchange. We have over 30 years of expertise actually trading it as a risk asset class and providing risk management solutions between myself and our other co-founder, John Galanick. We also have no axe to grind. We are an unbiased, independent solutions provider that is a consultant to us. We do not provide any brokerage services. We're not promoting an ECN or any other OMS or EMS. We are strictly currency consultants who are strictly here to help you provide an execution standard. So what does this all mean for the outstanding firms in the audience? It means that we're here to support your revenue growth, combating the unverified claims that may be hurting your business as it stands today, but also supporting your current process around new customer acquisition and client retention, and to combat this negative distrust that exists in the foreign exchange marketplace today is our main and exclusive goal. Thank you for your time.
Just take the clicker. Welcome, everyone. I'm Cyril Tabet, the partner and CEO at JFD Brokers. So on December 24th, 2011, almost 3 years ago, a new era was introduced to retail Forex trading and CFD trading, an era that we envision to be just, fair, and direct. And this is where, what marked the birth of JFD Brokers. So what is JFD Brokers? JFD Brokers is 9 asset classes combined into the MetaTrader environment, connecting a number of tier 1 liquidity providers, banks, MTFs, CFD liquidity providers, With an infrastructure based on the Equinix data centers, we're also working with Microsoft, and we've been challenging both to deploy an infrastructure that would be world-class. Actually, the project, the infrastructure that is supporting our solution has been funded by Microsoft itself, and it's going to be deployed in a new version next year, and JFD will be the only one using this infrastructure. We've been packing these 9 asset classes, giving a direct, fair, and access to the market, to our clients, retail clients. So this means that they all trade with post-trade transparency. They know which bank is filling their orders. We've been adding to the MetaTrader platform a number of plugins and add-ons. For instance, the chart trader, the correlation matrix, and a number of others. In addition to this, to support this multi-asset class offering, we've been deploying our in-house proprietary multi-asset class research. This is to support our traders to make informed and responsible decisions in the marketplace. All these combined, we've been calling it the MetaTrader 4 Plus. So this solution is available obviously via the desktop platforms, the mobile platforms, and think about this, accessing 9 asset classes within your mobile. It's something that is not very common. We offer this solution with the multi-MAM to money managers, and we also can connect any brokers via the FIX API. So did it work for us? That's the question. Yes, it did. JFD Brokers, we're not even 3 years old. We're already 65 employees strong. Our volumes this year, month by month, have been growing steadily, establishing new records. The last quarter, compared to the previous year's quarter, we generated a plus 338% growth. We're ending this year, by the end of October, our net profit was already 21-fold the one of last year. So technically speaking, we're a financially strong company. We're very much happy with our business model. And we've been earning a number of awards. Currently, we have a number of solutions that we've made available to the market. So the question is, will this work for you? And the answer is, yes, it will, via JFD Prime. So what is JFD Prime? We wanted to design JFD Prime as a one-stop shop for all MT4 brokers. With JFD Prime, they have access to everything we've been deploying globally, addressing the retail market, and successfully. We are addressing, within the retail market space, mainly Western European countries, and we're happy to expand. We are happy to provide these solutions to facilitate any MT4 brokers business with our solution. We've been developing a turnkey setup. In 48 hours, we can map 850 instruments, 9 asset classes within your MT4 platform. You would get full-time reporting, full-time monitoring within an MT4 environment. You don't need to use any different technologies. We'll give you full post-trade access, full post-trade transparency, direct access to the market. And considering what we have been developing and the success that is proven by JFD Brokers, we would be very much happy to share this with you. We have a number of data sheets that are available over there. Feel free to have a look at them and ask us for our execution metrics. They speak for themselves. I mean, we have 0% rejects on FX and CFDs, and we feel that it's a very strong solution. Now, let me give you some indicators. We have a number of prime of primes, some of them that are London-based, that are using us as their main CFD providers. Our CFD liquidity providers, for some of them, were their largest CFD client worldwide by CFD volume. So this gives you an idea of the volumes we're generating. It gives you an idea of the capacity of integration of our solution within your MT4 setups. And if you were to use, for instance, some solutions like the MT4 Gateway, the MetaQuotes bridge, you would be able to enjoy all these solutions for a flat fee of $1,500 per month, no more dollars per million for a bridging provider to connect your MT4 to the market. So think about this. Now, maybe yourself, if you were to work with us, and this is really our goal, is to enable you guys to be as successful as we are. Now, Jeff.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Some of you wonder why I show black code on the screen. Anyone know which restaurant? So today, we're going to unleash a new innovation. And the innovation starts with a recipe. And a recipe from Nobu is a black code. And someone that lived 8 years in Los Angeles, I can tell you that I knew this restaurant very well. And I used to go there and add the same recipe, the same dish every time. But what's different is that when I traveled around the world, I saw more and more restaurants of Nobu. And I get exactly the same dish. Everybody know Amazon, right? Amazon is a big company. They deliver, they're shipping things to your door every morning. Everything works perfectly. They also have recipe. Amazon Web Services is a company that we're using a lot. They build a great infrastructure that many people, most of your companies as well, using their cloud services. They build technology. And millions of customers focus on their application, not on the infrastructure. That's what the CTO said. He's right. People are focusing on building applications, and not building infrastructure. But we have a problem. The problem is basically that in our industry, things are a bit different, and we are here to change. So what is wrong today? Basically, lack of transparency. You know how many people get complaints and get into a situation where they don't see or find the terms and conditions they're looking for and specific bonuses terms and everything. And we got to a situation where everything looks good from the outside, but inside there are some issues. Also, bad implementation. Some companies, they do technology, they do marketing, they combine the two, and at the end of the day, they're not getting to the right product. Another problem, almost all of the services look the same. You know, when I open the websites, half of them on WordPress look the same, and the other half look at the same MT4. So how do you differentiate yourself in this crowd? Get smarter. This is our approach in Trade Smarter. First of all, differentiate your offering. Create things that nobody else is offering. Use a company that can give you all these kind of tools. Increase efficiency. Automate parts and processes to make everything looks much professional. Web 3.0, it's a new trend of making things transparent, automatically, everything is easy. Nothing needs to be too complicated. Today, in order to make a withdrawal, you need to go and download the terms, you need to sign, and you need to submit it on the email. Looks too old for me. All of this increase high lifetime value. According to Gartner, 70% of the companies will be implementing ways to motivate customers. The only problem is that 80% of those companies implementing in the wrong way. So avoid the foiler. We are here today, and I'm very excited because we are launching a new smart bonuses and reward system. This is going to change the industry. It's going to change the industry because it's going to set a different level of structure. Structure in which everything is in place. This broker cannot manipulate, cannot do things that are not should not be in the industry. Let's start with the example on the left. You can see that there is a balance. Every trade that trader is making, he can see there is a progress bar, and he sees how far he's from the volume. So when he trades, he can get multiplier bonuses. So this is one of the innovations. So you can create a situation where you get differentiation by having more than one bonus or reward or anything you want to give to the trader. This is how it looks from the back office. Basically, you can give different parts of bonuses. It can be a profit bonus, smart bonus, conditional bonus. Anything needs to be from the back end set, so it will be very easy for the broker to understand. For example, can be used for trading, cannot be withdrawn before the target volume has been reached. Deposit and profit can be withdrawn. This is basically a recipe that we create for the customers. You can see here an example. This is a profit bonus, and the trader can see everything in front of him. Also, we took the withdrawal process and we make it efficient, very similar to GoDaddy. When you go to checkout, you have exactly a process. Here we maximize, and instead of having salespeople calling and trying to convince, we have the system understand what kind of bonus the trader got and what we suggest him to withdraw. And if he decides to cancel his withdrawal, he at least understand what is the exact policy. So in Trade Smarter, we're doing recipes. We're building and taking every part of the business. We combine basically what the trader's goals are. Thank you.
Okay, this is great fun, by the way. You should try it once. Moving on to the startup part of the show, where our judges will take notes and then choose one winner, of which we will announce tomorrow in the Forex Magnets Awards ceremony. We will begin. We have 4 minutes for each pitch, and then 2 minutes for judges' Q&A. Good luck.
Good afternoon. I'm Rani from Centrate Solutions. To start, let me ask you a question. How many among you can tell me right now, at this precise moment, what the size of the potential loss of your B-book is? I can do that. With Centrate Solution, we have developed a solution that quantifies and manages market risk as well as measures performance. And all this in real time. So we can do it now. Centrate 24 allows you to better protect your capital, to improve operational efficiency, and to increase trading performance. Let me take you through the different features of Centrate 24. Once launched, the dashboard of Centrate 24 enables brokers to control risk and performance at a single glance. Now, for many brokers, the calculation of the effective current portfolio exposure is a nightmare. In Centrate 24, we do it automatically and in real time. How does it work? Out of your book, Centrate 24 identifies all positions belonging to a same instrument, for example, the dollar-yen, aggregate spot and future contracts to compute the net aggregated open interest for that instrument at the portfolio level and at an account level. Having now the net AOE, we can quantify the risk. For that, we use the value at risk concept, the VAR 95, to measure the VAR 95 at the level of the portfolio, at the level of the asset class, and at the level of the instrument, as well as to conduct stress tests. As you might know, a typical daily value at risk for a small-sized broker can easily reach 6 digits. So it is therefore crucial to keep that under control. Centrate 24 helps you to implement an effective risk management. You can easily parameterize the risk limits for the portfolio, the asset class VAR, as well as the concentration risk. And whenever a limit is breached, Centrate 24 will flag the corresponding risks in red and send alerts allowing you to take immediate action and will then instantly generate optimal hedging orders in order to bring back the risk to the defined limits. Centrate24 goes way beyond risk management features. It enables the trading room to monitor and manage orders. Brokers can, for example, better handle day traders and through smart hedging by using real-time information like the daily P&L and break-even price aggregated at order level. In addition, Centrate24 allows senior management to react faster. Our portfolio monitoring offers a live tracking of the monthly performance directly from the dashboard. Finally, you can generate lots of reports based on risk, performance, and accounts, and use over 30 statistical measures, data mining, for the sake of improving your business. Centrate24 is a highly secured turnkey solution for standard platforms. It enables, and we see it really as an integral resource of your dealing room with an immediate return on investment. Ladies and gentlemen, unknown market risk, suboptimal capitalization, and difficult access to information are three things we all want to avoid.
As Tom mentioned earlier, risk management is really important. What do you guys think? Any questions about it?
I think many of us have things that are similar to this in bigger firms at least, but what is specifically innovative about this solution? Because this is about innovation. And secondly, you look very much at aggregate measures. So how does it help you if inside an aggregate risk there is particularly risky clients that you need to address?
Well, first, we think many brokers using MT4 platforms don't have that. And as you said, I agree with you, larger corporates have developed, but with internal solutions, this internally. Then we aggregate at the level instrument, so we are able to break down at the level of the instrument and as well as the level of the orders. So if you have many clients, if you have clients having different orders, having the same instrument, it will be aggregated for that order.
During the recent financial crisis, many of the large banking firms who also employed value-at-risk methodologies to protect themselves found them to be inadequate. So what is your view about using value-at-risk for these smaller brokers, and how would the value-at-risk model have worked during the yen movement after the earthquake and tsunami in Japan?
Well, many questions. The first one, well, I think there is no perfect risk measures. Value at risk is one measure that it is commonly agreed in the financial industry. It has advantages and disadvantages. One of the benefits, it focuses on the potential loss, so you know how it looks like, okay? And you get within the confidence interval. And it is also used by regulators, so as long as the regulators use it, so probably banks will have to use it. And it as well, another interesting feature, it takes into account portfolio diversification. So having a portfolio with different asset classes, you will have natural hedges. And if you don't have it, you can't have it. Thank you.
What if there were a product that was as simple as binary options, but increased lifetime trader volume by an order of magnitude? That product is Norman, and it's based on some of the most advanced behavioral science on the planet. The other day I was talking to a trader in Chicago, and the trader was telling me about his style. He said, Francis, all I try to do is make $3,000 a day. And he said, I do it about 3 out of 4 days a week. And I was saying, well, if you're so good, how come you don't increase your size? And what he said was fascinating. He said, Francis, I cannot stand the thought of losing more than 10 grand in a day. So mathematically speaking, this is really interesting because he's leaving a shocking amount of money on the table. He should be compounding his returns. He's not. It turns out this is a pervasive problem in trading. People do not take appropriate risks. The best traders, they don't take nearly enough risk, given how good they are. And the worst traders, the worst guys, they take far too much risk. And they end up disappearing before their time. So if you're an agency broker, this is a big deal because volume is your lifeblood. And here you have your best clients are not trading in the size they could be. Your long-term clients aren't taking nearly enough risk. And your worst clients are just blowing up. But what if there were a product that was as simple as binary options and increased lifetime trader volume by an order of magnitude? That product is Norman. Norman manages your growth behind the scenes. All traders do are open trades, close trades. They drag a stop loss. Norman decides the sizing behind the scenes. Norman decides how big they're going to be. They decide dynamically based on how well they're doing. So this is a big deal because all they need to do is buy and sell. Norman dynamically sizes. And this has huge implications for volumes because what ends up happening is that the good guys, they go exponential. Their positive expected value, which some of these guys do, 20% of these guys do, guess what? They can't freak out when the sizes get big. They cannot see it. Norman is managing the growth behind the scenes. The bad traders, they don't blow up. They can't blow up as fast. They can't double down. They can't triple down. They can't blow their account on one go because Norman is managing the growth in the background. This is the simplest way to trade on the planet. You might notice this looks a lot like binaries. It's even simpler than binaries because in binaries and in the most gamified apps in the marketplace, guess what? The trader still has to manage how much they bet. That is a very complicated procedure, and even these simple products do it. Norman does it for them. This is based on some of the most advanced behavioral science in the world, and it's the first time anyone has been able to increase volumes for the broker that benefits both the client and the broker in the history of retail foreign exchange. Thank you.
Behavioral science and trading is definitely a trend we're seeing. What do you guys think? Any questions?
You talked about Norman knowing whether they were a good trader or a bad trader. Surely statistically you need about 1,000 trades before you know whether they're good or just lucky. So aren't you simply extrapolating good luck or bad luck?
So our baseline is that we just dynamically size them right off the bat. So, and this is an interesting thing. We don't try to say right off the bat whether they're a good trade or not. We're sizing them based on how well their expected value is. That comes across pretty quick. What ends up happening is if the traders do show a positive expected value over the distribution of trades, we compound that in a way that's appropriate. So it doesn't matter if they start off bad, if they start off slow, if they have a first month period, first 3-month period, first 6-month period where they're actually not compounding their growth and it's a negative expected value, it doesn't matter. By the time they end up having a positive expected value, we've compounded that appropriately. There's no secret how to do it. There's many formulas how to do this. So if their final distribution ends up being good, we almost beat them every single time. Because good traders, like I said before, and this is something you see again and again and again in the data, they don't take nearly enough risk. The Chicago trader, right, this guy, he's risking $3,000 a day, essentially, for a decade, right? He's not compounding his returns. If you do that, if he exhibits a positive expected value, you can size it. If he ends up having that positive expected value, we compound it maximally.
How do you get clients to lose control? One of the things about traders, right, they want to have control over everything, right? How do you get the clients? Let's say it's good for them. Let's say that's a given, right? How do you get the clients to say, you don't control size, we control size?
Well, I mean, so if you see kind of on the platform, we're telling people this, listen, focus on your win percentage. Focus on how much your average loss is. Focus on your average gain. We're going to compound it. We're going to let people set parameters. It's not so, they still essentially know how well they're doing. They know that, hey, I win this much of the time. I lose at this rate when I lose. I win at this amount when I win. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Alberto Ares, Product Manager at Cuvitia Solutions. I'm very excited to be here today. Now, what I'm going to show you is our answer to many questions that professional traders and brokers face. Can I, as a trader, find a platform that allows me to automate my trading strategies and does so in a quick and agile way, helping me organize my ideas and my workflow, and helping me learn and improve as a trader? Now, from the broker standpoint, they stand to profit a lot from traders who don't burn themselves out and have long trading careers. So can they provide them with a platform that actually encourages them to create better trading strategies, that helps them be more competitive and get better performance each day so that they can trade more often and more confidently? QK8 answers these questions by innovating on the 4 stages of the development cycle within one integrated platform. Imagine creating your trading strategies in a quick and fully visual way. Any kind of strategies, no matter how complex or how simple, operating on any number of simultaneous instruments, timeframes, and even across asset classes. So here's a few examples of what we can do with QK8. Yeah. We can create basic technical analysis strategies, like this moving average crossover, in a matter of seconds. And improving and adjusting strategies is a quick and intuitive process. We can work with tick and trade data, working on the price ladders, price and volume, to create market-making strategies like this one. Build and contextualize candlestick patterns by combining them with technical analysis techniques, sentiment data, and time-based logic. Or save even more time by creating components, a powerful feature that allows you to reuse logic in any number of strategies. For example, custom calculations and flags, or algorithms for position sizing and money management. QK8 can create any strategy you can come up with without needing a single line of code. Now, once we had all this power and flexibility to create strategies, we felt like we needed a reliable way to validate them. So we have innovated in creating a backtester of unprecedented precision that takes into account the market's price ladder depth, liquidity, spread, and priority, allowing you to test dozens of strategies on wide parameter sets with precision. Our simulator follows on this philosophy, allowing the trader to simulate their strategies in an exact match of the live real exchange, so that they can test their strategy against the current market conditions as if they really were there. And finally, the platform that has allowed you to design, to test, and to simulate your strategy allows you to run it on our cloud servers with the advantages of security, reliability, and scalability, while you control it and monitor it from our client application or on the go wherever you are with a mobile app. Altogether, this combine to create one end-to-end platform, comprehensive, for traders who want to create better strategies and be more competitive. Now, if you want to join us, you're very welcome to contact me. Thank you for your time. We are Cuvitia. This is QK8. We're going to be later at table 32 with our partners of FX Street in the networking event, so feel free to contact us. Thank you very much.
We get our automatic trading representative. James, I saw you writing notes.
That wasn't me, I promise.
Anyone else?
It looks like this is a cloud-based solution.
Sorry?
A cloud-based solution.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about, oftentimes in a cloud environment,
sorry,
in a distributed model like that, execution quality and integrating to a specific broker's feed, how do you actually, can you just briefly talk through the integration process? Where is the data coming from the backtesting, and how are you routing executions in a cloud model?
Yeah, so our typical model is that we have our servers structure in the brokers' servers, in the broker systems, so that we get the data and the execution directly from the computer, directly from the systems. So we profit from sending next to the market. The trading, I think we are achieving end-to-end calculation times from receiving the data, processing it, and trading in the range of 200 milliseconds. Microseconds, so excuse me. It's 100 microseconds. Yeah.
So if you're storing the model with the broker, how do you deal with traders that don't want brokers to see their algo?
Excuse me?
How do you deal with traders that don't want brokers to see their algo?
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, so, well, we start from the point that the broker can always perform, if they want to perform reverse engineering from your trading to imagine what kind of strategy you're doing. But all our strategies are encrypted and executed in a black box within the broker systems. So the broker doesn't get to see what you're executing. Okay. So the strategy is in itself an encrypted black box that receives the data and outputs the orders to the market. Sorry? 40 more seconds. Oh, thank God.
Fix. What's the output of that?
Sorry?
So I see you build your trading strategy, but what's the output? So the input's a GUI interface, but how do you actually get that to the broker? You have to connect to them via
in the
fix?
client application, you can... I cannot go back, sorry. 20 seconds. Okay. In the client application, you build the strategy in a drag-and-drop interface, and then you upload it. The client encrypts it, client-side encrypts it, and converts it to code, which is then sent to a broker for execution. So all the broker ever sees is an executable that runs in our server platform. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Mayday! Mayday! This is World Travel 731. Repeat, this is World Travel 731. I've got a big bird coming in fast and hot. I've got to put this baby on the ground. Repeat, I've got to put this baby on the ground.
Frankfurt Tower, World Travel 731. What's your position?
Heading 250, speed 200 knots. My whole life is flashing before my eyes.
World Travel 731, clear to land runway 25 left.
Roger that.
Caravan November 246.
Welcome, everyone. This is how people learn to fly today. Games are everywhere. They're changing the way we live, they're changing the way we learn, and they're also going to change the way people enter the Forex industry. Because the times when kids were gamers are long gone. This guy, the guy you've just seen in the flight simulator video, that's your potential customer. That's the typical customer, that's also the typical gamer. Because he's 31 years old, he's got a decent income, and now you may be asking yourself, what does it have to do with the Forex world? Well, the median age of a Forex trader is 35, and he's got a similar income. Talking about the retail world. So there's definitely a convergence of the target groups. And your customer, your potential customer that you want, he's the guy you've just seen in the flight simulator. So you might think that's just a good thing, because more customers is always good. But what's wrong here? Think about what your potential new customers are used to. Great graphics, gameplay, storytelling, and you're still hitting them with this. Something that looks very much like work and a little bit boring. So he's just not going to make the transition, and that's exactly
why the acquisition costs are so high in the industry and we're just competing on price. Because people are playing games instead. It's tough for them to move over from this world because we're not making it easy for them. Mobile games revenues have doubled over the last couple of years. We know how to get people interested into something new. We've done it as part of PokerStrategy.com, where we created 6.5 million new players for the industry, for the poker industry, who were not interested in playing poker before. And then, when we sold the company, we brought the whole thing to the trading world and created Trademo.com, where we attracted 1.5 million learners over the last 2 years to our site and became the #1 in Germany. So you could say we've done it before, only that this time, if you look at the size of the opportunity, the gaming market and the opportunities it offers for us here in this industry is so much bigger. So we decided to do it once again, and we are creating Trademo Play, the game where you can be the market hero. It's a game, and it's got all the elements of a great game. So from storytelling, gameplay, graphics, but at the same time, you learn to trade. And just like someone who's playing a flight simulator regularly doesn't hesitate to board a plane, someone who's used to playing a trading game and experienced the emotional thrill of it, the fun, made a connection with it, he's not going to hesitate to open up a trading account. So by the time they're really eager and bursting to do so, we'll give it to them at the click of a button to open an account with you. So I realize I haven't disclosed anything about the actual gameplay or the storytelling here, and I'm not going to, because we're only launching it with a couple of high-quality strategic partners, and we've already signed up the first one of them. DMMFX, come see us over there.
Hi, this is James from ILQ. I think it's brilliant, and I do think this is the way the market's going. If you don't already know, we did a joint venture about 1.5 years ago with eToro in the US, and eToro has a similar product. And from a compliance perspective, it was a disaster. So the CFTC and the NFA got a hold of the eToro platform, and it's not going to work. And there's a big audience here, right? But at least I can speak for the panel who's in heavily regulated markets. We try to go live with something like this, really difficult. That's point number one. And point number two is the marketing costs of this also are an issue, because regardless of what the platform does, I mean, you look at MetaTrader, I predicted in 2008 MetaTrader 4 would be gone. It's 2014, obviously wrong. Nobody that uses MetaTrader thinks it's, you know, that it's an amazing platform, but everybody's integrated into it, and it's become the market standard. So even this platform, you have to integrate all of your back office solutions, your compliance solutions, your onboarding solutions, all those things have to be integrated.
Maybe just because I think there's a misconception, this will not be a trading platform. In the App Store, you will find this really in the games section, but every broker will want to work with it to get leads from it. So this will actually not be, it will generate leads. I mean, of course, if it becomes a huge success, we can get the regulations and integrate trading into it, but it's not a plan for the first step.
Yeah, no, it was the same. So what's the business model around it?
Yeah, so basically the idea is that well, if you come talk to us over there, we'll have some letters of intent where you can sign up to get the leads for a particular country that you have a strategic focus on, or where you want to grow more, and you'll get the leads from there. The customers are going to not be attacked by thousands of brokers who want them, but the one that can help them.
Hi guys, my name is Mike Sassano. I'm the co-founder of Xscape. What we're here today to bring to you is a full solution which allows Bitcoin to be traded through the MetaTrader 4 platform. I don't want to bore you with a lot of technology and talk about what we've done, but just to give you a few stats on the Bitcoin market. $18 billion, this is what was traded this last year. 1 to 4%, These are the commissions and spreads that have been derived from Bitcoin just in the last year. If you just take that on an average, you're looking at about $360 million in commission and spread. $500 million. This is how much money has been spent on Bitcoin innovations and building up the infrastructure of Bitcoin. Vikram Pendant the other day just came out, and he was very clear that cryptocurrency is here to stay and has a place in the market. You guys all know this. You all see this. This is what you all use, the MetaTrader 4 platform. The only difference is what our engine does. If you look on the bottom right corner, you're going to see USD account. That could be in any currency, actually. And you also are looking at the Bitcoin account. This is where Bitcoin is physically deposited onto your MetaTrader 4 platform. I just want to zoom in on the best bid offer here. With Bitcoin, you have multiple exchanges, so obviously you're always looking for a best bid offer. There are inversions in Bitcoin at this point in time of the game. But the one thing I want to point you to here is look at BTC.USD and then BTC.C. This is the difference between CFD and the difference between the physical Bitcoin. How did we actually get this accomplished? How does this happen? Well, Bitcoin is held in a wallet. This could be a corporate wallet or an individual wallet. The individual person or corporation can deposit the Bitcoin onto the MetaTrader platform, or into their MetaTrader account, excuse me, and then ultimately trade that and return it back into their wallet. This accomplishes a full circle of physical delivery for Bitcoin with our system and solution. Of course, we've been developing these kind of trading systems since 1990 for the FX community, so you can expect that this is fully functional. So our risk management GUI has all the functionality that you've come to expect, anywhere from liquidity cutoffs, where you could do that individually or by product line, risk management GUI with your trade blotter and everything. Web-based client GUI, we have this for more economical expansion. This isn't just for MetaTrader 4. Our engine can plug into any trading system, run on Android, run on iOS or Mac. Just a few of the different money-making ideas behind this. 24/7 limit order matching. You could trade A or B book. You have automatic trading capability. Low latency. Our systems is actually designed to get right next to the different exchanges and be able to create trading opportunities like this. You have fixed or variable spread capabilities if you're going to become a market maker. And ultimately, I showed you customized liquidity. And we also have a virtual demo so that people can practice and learn more about Bitcoin trading. Our basic idea is, look, let's ultimately introduce you guys, or introduce the mainstream world into Bitcoin, because we believe it's heading there anyways. And this is going to add another product that you guys can trade. It's going to add to you another revenue line, and it's going to get early adopters more in line with what's coming in the future in these kind of products. Thanks a lot, and this is Bitcoin.
I know among our judges we have some very contrasting opinions on Bitcoin, so what's that?
Do you have you have to use your own separate like MT4 server, or you integrate this into a already?
It can go both ways. It could be a full solution or it could be a partial solution if you want to keep the system you're in.
Personally, I'm very interested in the Bitcoin space, but I think the main challenge, apart from the obvious ones around AML and KYC and all that stuff, is liquidity, right? For bigger traders, the liquidity is really very thin unless you find a smart way to integrate with some of the miners, etc. Do you have any thoughts on how to improve liquidity in this system?
Absolutely. We have 10 liquidity providers now, 7 of them we're looking at. More of the question is improving the liquidity between the exchanges also. So in inter-exchange trading capability. Bringing it out to a more retail platform is also another, introducing new people to the Bitcoin concept. The real I mean, I don't want to get into the real problems, but I'd be happy to talk to you more about them. But there are a lot of issues with Bitcoin that we're trying to solve. And this is more taking the platform and making it more accessible to everybody, mainstream.
Is anyone live on the platform now? And if so, how much volume is going through this particular model as opposed to the whole Bitcoin market?
Yes, people are currently live. There's not much volume on the platform now because it's about exchanges. And currently what we're doing is about depositing. You have to have 500 to 1 million deposits on each exchange that you want to trade on on a fast pace. So, I mean, compared to the whole market, as I said, it's about 18 billion trading currently today. This is the first time that anybody's come out with a mainstream solution, so most of it's inside the Bitcoin community.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You just had the chance to take a look at 5 companies, 5 startup companies from 5 different countries, presenting their innovative products, as well as the 5 more established companies launching their product on this stage. I'm going to have the judges now write their decision. They're going to give it to me, and we're going to announce it tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed.